Hey everybody, it's your girl Margaret, and I am here with a video. I am currently in Fort Wayne, Indiana, due to unfortunate family circumstances. Yeah. So, someone dear and near to me is really ill right now, and so came up here for the support of the family. Um, with my sister, my brother, and my daughter Ariel. So we're up here praying and trying to be strong for the family. I know everything will work out. Just gotta stay positive. For the best, don't want to go into too much detail about what's going on due to HIPAA, of course. But y'all just please keep me and my family in your prayer, thoughts of good health. Um, we really don't realize how valuable it is to have, and how grateful we are to have good health until it's taken away from us or it's compromised, shall I say, or it's close to home and a loved one is compromised in health and you don't know and what's going on. And that's the scary thing about it, especially when you're like asymptomatic and then things just start to occur internally, and on the outside you feel fine, vital to fine, but then you have all these underlying things going on the inside that you can't see. So it's really scary, y'all. Please, if you have your health, please be grateful and thankful, because whew, it ain't no joke when you're laying up in that hospital bed not knowing what's next, basically stuck in between life and death, and at a young age scared because you don't know what's going on and you haven't even started to really begin to live your life yet. um y'all, it is cold up here. That's the only reason why I'm ready to run to Texas. It is freezing up here in Indiana. Good grief. And tomorrow is the first day of spring. Honey. I wanted to go to Michigan to visit my uncle, but I'm like, I'm not going any further north because this weather is horrible. I think I want to, everybody pretty much left me at home. So I drove, me and my brother's siblings, we drove up here from Houston, Texas. So it was about an 18-hour drive in my brother's car. And so my butt is stuck here unless I Uber wherever I need to go. My mom, she's gone right now to the hospital. My sister and Ariel, they're at a cousin's house. So yeah, I'm here enjoying my peace. Quiet time. The boys are with their dad. Ariel wanted to travel with mommy, so she decided to stay home, but the boys stayed in Texas. Their dad came to Texas to be with them, and plus it's their spring break or whatever. So that worked out well. I do want to really give a major shout out to the man above for good health, but for my health status, my children to have status, my family, my parents, my it ain't no joke, y'all. Life ain't no joke. One minute you can be up, the next day you can be down. That's why it's always best to be humble at all times, because you never know. And then everybody is saying, like, in a situation that happened, but that person is too young. Why would that happen at such a young age? It can happen to anything, can happen to anybody at any given age, okay? I don't care what it is. Nobody is exempt, okay? People say, don't start your breast checks for breast cancer until you're in your 40s. Baby, I know women at the age of 18 who have had to have their breasts cut off due to breast cancer. Your age does not keep you from being touched. It doesn't. It can happen to anybody. It doesn't matter. It does not matter how old you are. That's just a number. It's just a number. And a lot of people just don't see it, but there are people in the hospitals, kids, children in the hospitals every single day battling the same thing adults battle. Okay? So don't put an age towards a situation thinking like, oh, how could this happen when that person is so young? Baby, age ain't number the number. It don't matter how old you are. 1, 18, 20, 50, it don't matter. But yeah, and so it's just like if you have throat cancer, you can people think if you have lung cancer, it only comes from smoking. No, you can have lung cancer and they never smoked a day in your life. So we have to be more careful and open-minded when it comes to certain situations and how we think about life or whatever. But yeah, I need to go find a life, y'all. I want to go get my toes done, but then it's like, okay, I want to be on standby as well in case I have to go up to this hospital. So we'll see. I am, however, happy that we got to all come together. My mom has all her kids in one space now, so I know she's like really excited about that. That makes her feel really, really good. Her smile just lit up the whole room when she saw all of her kids together at one time. It was amazing because it's been a while since we all been in one spot. Okay. I have a really big family, but as y'all know, we're all like spread it apart. Some in Indiana, some in Texas, some in Mississippi, some in Michigan. I have family everywhere. So usually when we all really just get together, it's maybe every other year for like a family reunion or something like that. Or a funeral. To be honest, which is sad because we should be able to come together for more than just those reasons. But I know it's hard with people working and taking care of their families and everybody just basically living their own lives, So always come together. But I said I'm gonna try to do better and get out and visit and travel a little more when I'm able to, especially with the kids, so they can get to know more of the family and everything. And so we're not waiting for a tragic event to occur before we go see our loved ones. So yeah, that's something I'm working on. And I am kind of a loner when it comes to that ordeal. I be like so satisfied with just going to see everybody for the family reunion. That's it. Like do a little catching up and everything, but I know I have to do better in that aspect. You don't want to just wait and be getting up in emergency situations and like, having no guilt trips or feeling bad. I remember my granddad had passed away, but when he was in ICU, I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen me and my granddad was like this. But I hadn't seen him in a while because I hadn't been up here to visit since our family reunion. I always stay away. And so when he ended up in ICU, I was just like so hurt. And I'm like, oh, I got to get up there and go see him. This was a time we thought there was going to be a big Hurricane Laura, I believe, was going to tear up Houston and Galveston in that area. So I was like, we had went to Dallas. Me and my kids had went to Dallas. Their dad had actually made a way for us to evacuate before everything had occurred. So he had us all set up in Dallas or whatever, so we wouldn't be near the flood, because I had never been in a hurricane, just moved to Houston. I didn't experience Harvey like a lot of those people did, but I heard it was really horrible. So we got out of that situation because I wasn't prepared to deal with something like that happening and being in that new environment. And so when we was in Dallas, it was like that's when we got the call that our granddad was on life support, and Well, then we like trying to really piece together at the last minute emergency situation. Like, we got to get up there and see granddaddy. I don't know what's about to happen. And then COVID here. So I know they're not about to let us in this ICU to see him. But we need to get up there. I got to see my granddaddy. I don't want nothing to happen to him. Like, man, that same day they said he was put on life support. They called. No, I was asleep in the bed. My brother and sister had went out because we was staying in a hotel downtown Houston. They had went out that night, and then they had came back in like at 2 o'clock in the morning and woke me out of my sleep, and they're like, "Granddaddy gone," and that was really hard pill to swallow, and the fact that we were gonna it took for something tragic to happen for us to be like, oh, okay, now it's time to go up there. It's time to go up there, But yeah, fortunately, I got to know him, and he was a part of a great deal of my life. And he taught me a lot while he was here, and I got to know a beautiful individual. So I am grateful for that. Whereas my grandmother, my mom's mom, I never met her. She passed before I was born, and she is who I am named after. My grandmother's name was Margaret, and my name is Margaret. So I thought that was beautiful. But yeah, I just don't want to be waiting until it's too late or till something happens. And it's kind of hard to orchestrate things right now to where the families can really get together with the coronavirus and everything going on. Because, like, even though they have a banned mask wearing down there in Texas and Mississippi, they still have to wear their mask up here. We still wear ours down there, too. And a lot of the businesses still require it. But it's still going on, and people are still really scared for their lives and stuff dealing with this. And so it's kind of hard to really orchestrate things and get the families together and everything. And I have a massive family. So, but as far as like many situations, Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's nothing wrong with planning something with just a few individuals, I guess. So, yeah, we just got to do better in that aspect, because you don't want to wait till it's too late. Then it be sitting on your conscience and everything, enjoy your loved ones and love on them while they're here. Whatever grudges or differences you may have, sometimes you have to be the bigger person and put them to the side, And I do go through situations where I will find myself saying yes, yes, yes whenever individuals do ask me something, and just because I feel like it's the right thing to do, and I know my heart, I'm always yes, 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 I'll do this, I'll help this, I'll help this. But when it comes to me needing that same thing in return, it's like, no, I'm like, or I get every excuse in the book about somebody having to do something or anything when I'm quick and easily, without thinking twice, to drop what I got to do. Even if I know I can't do it, I'm going to go to the next source to make sure the next person is straight. And then if someone doesn't come through for me, I feel the need to have to cut them off. And it shouldn't be like that. It's just like, you deal with people, but you deal with people accordingly, Like, you know how to deal with people. So don't be always quick to compromise yourself to help other people. But at the same time, don't be hateful just because you help someone. Just help them out the kindness of your heart. Don't be ready to cut them off and block everybody in the world just because they don't show you the same love. Because at the end of the day, family is family, and you got to stick together. So, yeah. And we did get together last night. We did a little bowling. So that was good. It kind of brought more positive energy rather than laying around being sad and sob and everything. So we went to Dollar Bowling, and we had a blast. Actually, I found out I could bowl. I found out I could bowl. Apparently, I was standing too far away from the lanes all this time, so I should have vlogged that, actually. But when I do go back bowling, I will make sure I get that up on here. So we had a blast. It was good to have all that positive energy and to be around family and loved ones that I rarely get to see. I don't think the last time I was in Indiana was last August, or yeah, it was like the end of August, beginning of September for my granddad's funeral. And prior to that, I haven't been in Indiana since probably like 2 years ago, the summer of 2018, before I moved to Houston. So, yeah, gotta do better. Oh, yeah, that's another major thing that kept me from traveling like this because of the COVID. So, and working. So, yeah, but you still got to make sure you take that break, put in time for your mental health and for your family and everything else. And y'all, I am like so hurt about the situation that's going on at hand, but I'm so thankful that we all got to see each other, and it wasn't seeing each other at a funeral or at the gravesite or anything, you know. So, and the person was actually happy to see all of us, very happy, and I think it gave them the strength that they needed to keep pushing because they're progressing. Whereas if the doctor was just telling me like everything's getting worse, basically all the symptoms, everything that was going on with their body systems were evolving and everything. Where now they're gaining back their physical strength and talking and whatnot, and we thought it was really taking a turn for the left. So at the end of the day, we know who has the last say so, but I feel like us coming together as a family and being there, giving that support that individual needed, is giving them all the strength that they need to remain strong, and I'm thankful for that. So with that being said, you guys, I will be back with you with another video. Take care. Peace.